Number 10, Best Actress, Helen Hunt for As Good as It Gets. Helen Hunt's win for As Good as It Gets is one that still surprises me. While she was good in the film, it hasn't stood the test of time. 25 years later, it's odd that Hunt won Best Actress over Judi Dench, who delivered a much stronger performance in Mrs. Brown. Hunt's win seems more like a popularity contest, as she was very famous at the time for the TV show Mad About You, and the film was a modest hit. Dench's powerful performance deserved the win, and it feels like Hunt's victory was more about her moment in the spotlight than her actual performance. Number 9, Best Director, Kevin Costner for Dances with Wolves. Kevin Costner winning Best Director for Dances with Wolves is understandable, but it's difficult to ignore the fact that Martin Scorsese's Goodfellas was also nominated that year. Goodfellas has since become a widely regarded masterpiece, and Scorsese had already missed out on an Oscar for Raging Bull when Robert Redford won for Ordinary People years earlier. While Dances with Wolves was an impressive directorial debut for Costner, it's clear that Goodfellas was the stronger and more deserving film, and Scorsese's exceptional directing skills should have been recognized with that award. Number 8, Best Picture, Green Book. The win for Green Book in 2019 was an easy pick for many, but looking back, it feels like an underwhelming choice. Though while it's a fine film, it certainly wasn't the best film of that year. Roma, When a Star is Born, and The Favorite were all much stronger films. It's a classic case of a film that was safe, liked by many, but not truly extraordinary. The Academy's choice felt like the one movie that no one could actively dislike, rather than the one that stood out as a masterpiece. Number 7, Best Actor, Art Carney for Harry and Tonto. Art Carney winning Best Actor for Harry and Tonto in 1974 is one of those Oscar wins that's hard to explain, especially when you consider the competition. Jack Nicholson in Chinatown, we knew Al Pacino in The Godfather Part 2, these were powerhouse performances. While Carney was good, his performance didn't even come close to matching the emotional depth and complexity of Nicholson and Pacino. Strange that The Godfather Part 2 swept the night in other categories, but somehow didn't win Best Actor. Number 6, Best Actor, Al Pacino for Scent of a Woman. Al Pacino's win for Best Actor in 1993 for Scent of a Woman is one that feels more like a recognition of his entire career, rather than for the specific performance in that film. While Pacino had been nominated several times before, this win often feels like a career achievement award rather than a reflection of his role in Scent of a Woman. His performance wasn't bad, but it didn't stand out as the best of the year. In fact, it was years many believe Denzel Washington's powerful performance in Malcolm X was much more deserving of the award. Number 5, Best Director, John G. Avildsen for Rocky. The Rocky story is iconic and the film itself is beloved by many, but did John G. Avildsen deserve the Best Director Oscar? His direction was competent, but not groundbreaking. Meanwhile, Sidney Lumet's direction in Network was a far more impressive and visionary achievement. The Academy missed an opportunity to award a true cinematic master, and Avildsen's win feels like the Academy was more enamored with the film's underdog story than the direction itself. 4, Best Actor, Roberto Benigni for Life is Beautiful. Roberto Benigni's Best Actor win for Life is Beautiful in 1999 is another one that's tough to understand. The film was charming, but Benigni's performance didn't stand out as Oscar-worthy when compared to other nominees like Tom Hanks, Edward Norton, or Ian McKellen, who lost for his brilliant work in Gods and Monsters. It's clear that Benigni's win was partly due to the international goodwill surrounding the film and his infectious personality, but in terms of acting depth, there were better performances that year. Number 3, Best Actress, Gwyneth Paltrow for Shakespeare in Love. Gwyneth Paltrow's win for Shakespeare in Love is another controversial one. Her performance wasn't bad, but it wasn't as strong as those of Cate Blanchett in Elizabeth or Fernanda Montenegro in Central Station. It was a competitive year for Best Actress, and Paltrow's win feels more like a product of her Hollywood momentum at the time than a reflection of the best performance. Number 2, Best Picture, Crash. The biggest and most frustrating Oscar win in recent history is Crash winning Best Picture in 2006. The film is fine, but it was nowhere near the level of Brokeback Mountain, which deserved to win that year. Crash felt more like a film that was pushed through by a desire to make a statement, while Brokeback Mountain was a beautifully nuanced story about love, loss, and society's prejudices. In retrospect, Crash is the definition of a film that doesn't age well, and this Oscar win is a blemish on the Academy's history. Number 1, Best Picture, Shakespeare in Love. Shakespeare in Love winning Best Picture over Saving Private Ryan was a major surprise and feels especially out of place now. While Shakespeare in Love is an enjoyable film, it doesn't hold a candle to the emotional weight and historical significance of Saving Private Ryan. Adding to the controversy is the involvement of Harvey Weinstein, who heavily campaigned for the film, and his manipulative tactics are well known today. Saving Private Ryan should have rightfully taken the top honor.